Hi, I'm Jake.
And I'm Ashley.
And this is the Wonderful Thing About Disney podcast.
Because Disney's a wonderful thing. Come on down, stop on by, hop a carpet, and fly with us as we discuss the parks, treats, and all things Disney, with new episodes every wonderful Wednesday.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to our podcast. We hope that you're doing wonderful and having a great day, and happy Wonderful Wednesday to all of you.
Happy Wonderful Wednesday. We are excited for this episode because we took a recent trip to Walt Disney World.
Yeah, it was really good. And we knew a little bit ahead of time that we were going, but only by a couple weeks because unfortunately we had to travel down to Florida for a family funeral, which was a bummer.
Yeah.
But since we're in Florida, obviously we're going to go to Disney World. And on top of that, it was like $20 cheaper to fly into Orlando than Tampa anyway. So, we're saving money by going to Disney World.
Yeah, Disney math, for sure. But, yeah, this was definitely the shortest. I mean, we've planned Disneyland on a whim.
Right.
But we have never planned Disney World on a whim. So this was very, very interesting. New for, both of us.
Right. And not only was that new to just kind of pick up and go, but we actually did several new things while we were at Disney World this time, which is super fun because as you've gotten to know us, you probably know every time we go to a park, we always try and do something new. But this time, we did quite a few new things.
Yeah, I think this trip is the trip that we've done the most, new things on, which is crazy. We were only there for, 3 days.
Right. So we thought it would make a great episode to talk about what we did and kind of give you our perspective on some of these new experiences that we tried out and kind of let you know of some other things that were happening around Walt Disney World.
Yeah. Should we get started?
Let's do it.
Okay. So the first new thing that we did was we stayed at Old Key West. If you listen to our bucket list episode, you know that staying at every Walt Disney World resort is on our bucket list.
Yeah, that's a thing. We've accepted this as our journey. It's like when Frodo decides to destroy the ring and march it to Mordor.
Sure.
This is our burden now. We're doing it for all of you and also for ourselves. We're going to stay at every Disney World resort. And for that matter, we're staying at every Disneyland resort too. So You're welcome, people. We do this for you.
Yeah, so for those who may not know about Old Key West, we're going to go through a quick, recap or overview of what Old Key West is.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, so this is actually a Disney Vacation Club villa, and I think this was our first Vacation Club
Yeah, it
resort.
Was. I don't know. Ever since we stayed at the Grand Floridian and the Grand Californian, the status has gone to our heads, people. We're now staying at Disney Vacation Club villas, so...
Well, because the Grand Floridian does have Vacation Club villas, but we
didn't get in there.
No, we didn't stay there. So it's a Disney Vacation Club villa. It's located near Disney Springs, and if you look it up on the Disney World website, Disney World describes Old Key West as an experience, the romance of the Florida Keys at this tranquil community, surrounded by shimmering waterways, swaying palm trees, manufactured golf course fairways.
Manicured.
What did I say?
Manufactured.
Oh.
Which, yeah.
I can't read. Same thing. Sure. So the rooms, there's 1, 2, and 3 bedroom villas. We stayed in just a 1-bedroom villa. So it had a king bed and a queen sleeper sofa. But this was unique in the way that it has a full kitchen, a full on. Yeah.
No, that was a very pleasant surprise. You could absolutely cook all of your meals there if you wanted to. It was plenty of space to do it. Had a full-size fridge, full-size stove or range so that you could cook on that too. With an oven. I don't know, maybe that's where we're going for Thanksgiving. Just bake our turkey there. I don't know, it was awesome.
Sold. Let's do it. Done. Full kitchen. It had a dining room, living room, washer, dryer. It had it all.
And then it had the pools.
Tell them about the pools.
Yeah, the main pool was the Hidden Mickey water slide. So it totally looked like a sand castle that you slid through, and there was a Hidden Mickey for the slide where you came out. And then there was a lighthouse by the pool that just happened to have a sauna inside.
That sauna was so hot. I mean, it was hot to begin with on the trip.
Yeah, because we're in Florida in July.
Yeah.
But no, I did go in there. And it was awesome because I'm not going to go and not try it out. So it was lovely. The smell of cedar was exquisite. Yeah. I probably sweated off 4 or 5 pounds that I later gained back in snacks and other food. But I do this for you, the listeners. And then each section, right? Yeah. Each section of the resort also has their own pool. So normally at some of the other resorts, I feel like the pools are kind of like a little smaller, and then they have one big one, right?
Yeah.
That pool in our section of the resort was not small.
No, it was big, and it had its own like pool bar.
Yeah. No, it was awesome, and it had just lots of space there around the pool. It even had a little, not gazebo, but
yeah, like a little barbecue area.
Yeah, just totally
like a pergola.
Pergola, style that you could totally have lunch or hang out and dinner there. So that was really, really awesome. It was fun. And then they had quite a few recreation options as well. So there was a playground right by the pool, and then they had a bunch of sports options there. There was tennis and pickleball courts, basketball courts, beach volleyball. Like, you could live it up.
Oh, you totally could. Yeah.
And then they had cornhole. There was a community hall that had foosball and pool tables and shuffleboard. And then they even had like a bunch of like daytime activities. Like while we were there in the pool, they were tie-dyeing t-shirts or hair scrunchies.
Yeah.
So that was super cool. And you can also do bike rentals there in Surrey Bike, which is fun. And this is also one of the locations where you can do fishing tours.
I know, that's your favorite.
I know,
I can see it on your face.
I wanted to do it again, even though we did not have time. But as you mentioned, this is sitting right on the golf course. And the couple holes that go through Old Key West are gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful, like almost floating green style. Like, it was amazing. Amazing, I tell you.
Yeah. So there's a couple dining options at Old Key West. I think the main one that everybody knows is Olivia's Cafe. Because we were there for such a short time and we spent most of our time in the parks, we didn't get a chance to eat there. But we've heard great things.
Yeah,
there's really good
really
reviews.
Tasty. The menu looked great.
Yeah. There's the Gurgling Suitcase, which is a lounge there. They also have Goods Food to Go, which I think you got a Mickey pretzel there.
I did.
They have ice cream. They have Dole Whip there. And they actually have a key lime Dole Whip, which is special to Old Key West, which I think is so cool. As we mentioned earlier, over by our pool, they have the Turtle Shack poolside snacks, which was closed when we went in the pool, but their menu offers, your typical theme park food, pizza, beer, chicken tendies, all that fun stuff. But that's it. There really aren't many dining options, but I imagine that is because in the room you have a full kitchen.
Right, and I think you got to think of the context for a lot of people who are Disney Vacation Club or DVC, as they like to refer to themselves. There's a lot of people who live down in Florida and who are just driving to the resort. So they're probably coming already packed with food for the week. Or in our case, we just Instacarted an order. And we had food. Yep. And again, we were there for a short time, but had we wanted to, or if you're coming in from out of town, you can have your groceries delivered there and then fully stock your kitchen for the week and do a lot of eating in your room.
Yeah, absolutely. Shopping wise, they do have one store, the Conch Flats General Store, and this is where they have Old Key West ears, and of course, my favorite, the Loungefly backpack, which I did not get. I did buy another Loungefly, but not the Old Key West one.
You bought a Loungefly there, but not the Old Key West Loungefly.
Correct. It's cute, and the ears are really cute. It's just one of those, like, the Grand Floridian ones that I bought, I would absolutely use those again. The Old Key West ones, I'm like, it's cute, but I just don't know that I would wear them again.
Yeah. Well, they smelled like oranges.
They did.
That was cool. But no, that general store was sweet. It had all the same stuff that, like, all your other general stores have, but I felt like this one had a wider variety of, like, swimwear and clothing and stuff that a lot of the others don't. And I think that also has to do with because it was a Disney Vacation Club resort. They did have a lot of DVC branded merch and stuff. So,
they did.
Again, we were soaking it up.
We absolutely did. And then lastly about this resort is transportation. So this resort is a lot bigger than I thought it was.
No, agreed. It was huge. Yeah. Enormous.
And there were 5 bus stops, I believe, a total of 5 stops. And the bus kind of took a weird route the first time. I was like, wait, did we not just pass this? But if you look at the map, you can understand why the buses go the way they do. But yeah, you can take buses to all of the parks, and then you have a boat that will take you to Disney Springs.
Yeah, which was super cool. So let's talk about kind of our trip. When we flew in, we landed and just did the Mirror shuttle over to our resort, which was really convenient. Again, very cost effective too. I mean, you do have to make a couple stops most times to other resorts, but it's really pretty cheap, especially compared to rideshare or a rental and stuff. So
yeah.
That's always nice. And then after we threw our bags down, we just left and went to Disney Springs. And we have been hearing a lot of chatter about a certain restaurant called Summer House on the Lake.
Yes.
And so we tried it.
For science.
For science. For the listeners, which I
Yes.
still want to call them dingle hoppers.
We're not calling them dingle hoppers.
I think they would love it.
I don't think they would.
I can hear them cheering right now.
No, they're going to come at you with pitchforks.
That's fine.
Tridents.
Regardless, we tried it out because there's a lot of people who talk about this. They share pictures on social media. A lot of the influencers rave about this place too, that are more focused on like food and dining and drinks and stuff.
Yeah.
I'll just say it. It was good for me, but it didn't like blow my socks off.
I would agree.
It was good. I don't want to sound like it wasn't good, but maybe my expectations were too high. But we also have other places that we like to eat, and I kind of found myself wishing that we were there.
Correct. Same.
And
yeah.
I mean, again, the truffle fries were the highlight of the dinner.
Those were so good.
They were so good, but
so
your
good.
fries shouldn't be the highlight of your meal.
I agree.
So, yeah, I don't know. It was good. I got a sausage pizza. You got a gluten-free pizza because pizza, and like they were really good. I think some of the other things just didn't seem overly appetizing that time of night, and it was also really hot out, but
yeah.
I don't know. What were your thoughts on your pizza?
Yeah, so it was really nothing special. Now, the gluten-free crust that was there is much better, in my opinion, than the gluten-free crust that's in the parks.
No, I agree.
So that was
it
a
was
plus.
Tasty.
Yeah, so that was a plus. And it was made on like a wood fire stove.
Right.
Which, again, you're not going to find in the parks. So that was a plus as well. But I agree. To your point, it just wasn't anything special. I'm glad we went. But yeah, wasn't anything that I would like rave about.
Right. And the cookies... good.
Yeah, the gluten-free one, again, was just like, it was a gluten-free cookie. Like, was it good? Absolutely. Yeah. But nothing that I would, rave about.
Yeah, for sure. So, again, it was fun. It was great.
Yeah.
Probably not our favorite restaurant at Disney Springs, but it was definitely tasty. Like, this is no knock on Summer House by the Lake by any means. It just...
yeah.
It was just good. Not great for us.
Correct. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah.
So the other reason why we hustled over to Disney Springs is we wanted to catch Dreams That Soar, which is the drone show presented by AT&T that's playing right now at Disney Springs. If you have not seen it, highly, highly suggest and recommend making time to go.
You need to go.
It was cool.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I think because we've seen so many different drone shows, not just at Disney parks, but at other places around the world, and many times like replacing fireworks with drone shows.
Yeah.
This was kind of my first real drone show in person, and it was impressive. Like, it was so cool.
Yeah, it really was. So they have two shows. There's a 9 o'clock show and a 10:45 show. We caught the later show. But this runs through September 2nd, to your point. So, yeah, if you haven't seen it, definitely make the time to go. But
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So you still have a little bit of time. We're not sure if it'll extend longer or not, but if you already have a trip planned, like, just make time to go. It's worth it. Hopefully they extend it out a little bit longer. But the one thing I will say, too, that was a little bit of a surprise for us is, granted, Summer House is down at the west end of Disney Springs already.
Yes.
But we had to go even further down, like all the way to the end past Cirque du Soleil. Now, they do have a couple viewing areas before that, but they filled up very quickly, or they were reservation only. So just know that if you're coming in from rideshare, you're going to have to walk the whole length,
all the way down. Yeah.
Water transportation as well.
The water transportation is the worst because you're literally walking from one end all the way to the other.
Right.
But you need to be on that side by Summer House on the Lake because that's where you can see the characters.
Oh, absolutely.
And
it's the right place to be. If you want to see the show and enjoy the presentation, you need to be down there.
Yeah.
Just be aware that if you're coming water transportation or rideshare, even the buses to a degree, give yourself plenty of time to get over there. And then the one thing we ran into doing the late show is after it was over, we started walking down for water transportation, and they'd already wrapped it up for the night by the time we got there. So I don't know if that was a weird fluke weeknight thing or...
Yeah, because we had looked on the Walt Disney World app, the My Disney Experience app, and it said that the water transportation was running until 11:30. So we walked all the way down there, and they were like, nope, we've closed up for the night. So then we had to take the bus back to Old Key West, which was fine. But yeah, I wish we would have known that before we did the whole walk. But yeah, so Dreams That Soar, I don't know that I think we forgot to mention this, but it has over 800 drones, which is, impressive. And you can see characters like Baymax, Peter Pan. I thought Figment was really cool.
Yeah.
But the Star Wars scene.
The Star Wars scene was amazing. And then there was a really cool piece for Guardians. It was awesome. And then seeing the light projections as well that were coming from across the lake. And super, super cool. So make sure you do that. It was great.
Yeah. So that was kind of our first day there. We checked out Old Key West, went to Disney Springs, but then day 2 was our park day.
And it wasn't just a park day. I mean, we mentioned before we decided to do 4 parks in one day once, and we did.
We did.
And it was crazy, but we did it. Well, now we only had 2 days to go to the parks for park days, so we thought, how are we going to choose between our 4 children? Which one do we love the best?
4 children.
How about we spend time at all 4 of them over 2 days? So that's right, folks. We did 2 parks each day so we could get all 4.
Yeah, I look back on it. I was just rolling my eyes because I was like, oh, those were really early mornings and really late nights. But we still had fun. Okay, so day 2, we started out in Epcot, which was absolutely empty.
Yeah, it was like the ghost town formerly known as Epcot. There was nobody there.
I have never seen... Now, again, we were only there until just after lunch because we had lunch there. But even then, it was empty. But I think there's a reason for that. So, one, Test Track is closed right now.
Correct.
So you have a really big attraction that's down. And people refer to it as Diet Epcot.
Why Diet Epcot?
Because there's no festivals.
Oh.
So we hit that one time in the course, I feel like there's only 3 maybe months, so maybe 12 weeks out of the year where there's like not a festival running, and we happened to hit one of those weeks.
Yeah. No, that's true. That would have been the first time we've ever been to Epcot when there was a festival.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, it absolutely is. So we tried a different rope drop strategy since Test Track was closed. We ended up getting a lightning lane for Frozen, and then we rope dropped Soarin', which was fun.
No,
We've never done that before.
Yeah, absolutely. We were the first ones on the ride, which was neat, and yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. So then we went to Frozen, and then we also had a virtual queue for Guardians of the Galaxy, but we pretty much finished Epcot in 4 hours, and we did all the major ones. We did Guardians, Soarin', Living with the Land, Nemo, Frozen, Remy.
Yeah, we made it up to Remy, too. And even the time, where were we? We were probably still smashing school bread in Norway, to be honest, and we noticed, Remy was a 15-minute wait. 15 minutes. Now, by the time we got over there, it was a little closer to 20, but still... Gang, there was nobody there. Yeah,
Epcot was absolutely empty.
We really did. And after 4 hours, we were just kind of like, well, what do we do now? And we planned on park hopping anyway, but I think we were anticipating staying a little bit longer, but we just kind of rode everything. I mean, we even did Spaceship Earth because I remember falling asleep, and it was great.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So, to your point... Yes, we went over to Magic Kingdom a lot earlier, so we ended up changing our schedule for the rest of the day, but we'll get to that. So, yeah, right from Epcot, we park hop over to Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, and this was good because there really was one particular thing that we were really jonesing to try. Obviously, it's a snack, and that's exactly where we went as soon as we walked into Magic Kingdom, is straight back to Gaston's Tavern. because we had to try the creme brulee croissant.
Yeah, I think this is like an unofficial Beyond the Churro because this thing was, oh my gosh, it was amazing.
No, we're just going to do it. Welcome to Beyond the Churro, where we talk about all the snacks, whatever. This creme brulee croissant, y'all, was legit. Like, it was stupid good. And you talked about this. You sent me pictures and video of it from Instagram. Like, I knew the concept, but I'm still thinking, like, how do you make a creme brulee croissant? No, they did it. It is a perfect marriage.
So good.
It was delicious. And we finished off one, and we're already thinking about, well, do we need another? But then something happened.
Yes.
Because it was really hot. And I wanted a LeFou's brew. Like, I was craving a LeFou's brew. Yeah. So with our creme brulee croissant, we ordered a LeFou's brew.
We did.
But what happened?
I don't know what happened that day. So instead of having the marshmallow on top, they put like a passion fruit mousse.
Yeah.
It was so gross.
It wasn't gross. Now, granted, I spent time in South America with passion fruit, so, like, I enjoy passion fruit, but it is kind of a more tart.
Yes.
And the marshmallow obviously is very sweet.
Yes.
And you're putting a tart mousse on top of, like, a frozen apple cider. Yeah. And it doesn't jive.
It did
I'm
not.
I'm sorry, y'all. It just didn't work. Like, the marshmallow, whatever that was, whip, that works.
Yes, absolutely.
This did not. It was not gross.
I thought it was gross. I mean, we still drank it, but...
Well, you weren't the only one, because as we're leaving, someone literally brought their LeFou's brew back up to the counter and asked for a refund because they were not a fan.
No, totally did. So I don't know if that was just like a fluke that day that they ran out of like the marshmallow, or if they're changing LeFou's brew. I hope not, because they have taken enough for Magic Kingdom already. With Wafflegate and Sleepy Hollow, the waffles, and then Harbor Gallery with the Hush Puppies.
So put your pitchforks down for me. Save them. Grab them back up. We ride at dawn. If this LeFou's brew thing is a permanent change, like, we riot.
Yeah.
We will riot. Or you just ask for no mousse on top. Regardless, we riot.
Yes. Yeah. So after we were done rioting at LeFou's Brew, we hit up some rides. I think we did like Small World, Pirates, Jungle Cruise. Mm-hmm. But one thing that we had seen on Instagram that we had to investigate for ourselves was the smallest hidden Mickey.
That was sweet. And so we knew it was in Memento Mori, right outside of Haunted Mansion.
Yes.
But you got to be a little bit of a detective to even find where it's at inside Memento Mori. Yes. Which there apparently are a bunch of other surprises at Memento Mori. So we need to go back again.
We do.
Because we learned some other things. But we did have on our list that we wanted to see the smallest hidden Mickey. We did have to ask a cast member.
Because we're looking and I'm like, I do not see this. Am I blind? Like, what is going on?
No, but we found it and we took an awesome picture, and we'll post that on Patreon for you guys to enjoy. Because it was pretty cool. And it's not one of those like, those 3 dots in the right light at the right angle. No, this was on purpose.
Yes.
And it was very cool. So again, something that had been on our list that we had seen, and we were able to find it. And that was super fun.
Yeah.
So after that, I mean, again, this is like middle of the day, super hot. We just wanted a break. Mm-hmm. We were able to get a last minute reservation at Narcoossee's, which I think is another testament to, for whatever reason, it just wasn't super busy at Walt Disney World in general, because we had a reservation open and we'd never been. And we're like all sweaty in tank tops, like vacationing. And we're like, oh, well, if we're going to Narcoossee's, we probably need to dress a little bit.
Yeah.
So thankfully, because we were in town for a funeral, we already had clothes.
We did. We had some fancier clothes to wear.
Because honestly, normally we're just going in shorts and t-shirts, and this time of year, tank tops. So like, there was a moment where we're like, we gotta go buy stuff. Do we need to go to Disney Springs?
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
But no, I had a polo shirt and some slacks. You had a very pretty dress. Mm-hmm. And it was great because if you've never gone to Narcoossee's, y'all, you gotta go. You gotta go. It was really good. So to prep, we went back to the resort, took a little power nap, and we had to change our clothes anyway. And then the dinner. I mean, where do you want to start?
So I don't know where to start. Like, when we stayed at the Grand Floridian, I think that was the one regret that I had, is that we didn't have time to go to Narcoossee. Mm-hmm. So when we got this reservation, we were all really excited. But the first course that comes out is obviously like a bread course. So I had gluten-free buns and you just had bread.
Right.
But the gluten-free buns are the same that are at Roundup Rodeo Barbecue.
Which I know you're a fan, and that's great that they had them, but it wasn't the buns.
It was not the buns.
Go ahead.
It was
Here we go.
Stop.
Here we go.
It was the butter. Oh my gosh. Like, the butter was just, I dream about it.
I know. You still talk about it a lot, too.
It's just something so, you're laughing at me, but it was just something so simple, and it was like topped with like a sea salt. So good. I only had, because they're gluten-free buns, I only had 2 of them, and I was really tempted to ask for more, but they made them fresh for me, and I was like, do I want to wait another like 20 minutes for another round of rolls?
So instead, she just started licking the butter off the knife.
I did not.
I'm kidding. So it was, it was really good, you guys. Like, this is a phenomenal place to eat, and not just for the food, but you're not a big seafood person, so you got the pork chop. That pork chop was beautiful looking.
Oh, yeah.
And tasted equally as good.
Yes.
So good. I got the prime New York strip steak because I'm like, treat yourself. And you did. And that thing was huge, but I slammed it. It just like melted in your mouth.
Yeah.
And it was so good. I was so content. And like those times where you're like, eat a lot and it may not be like the best food, like if you slam a whole pizza or 2 and then you're like, oh, I feel sick after because you're so full, right?
Yeah.
I ate a lot.
You did.
But I felt so great after because it was just so good. Like, such great quality food. Like, it didn't bother me that I'm just like, I ate way too much. But it was delicious. So we're in the middle of our meal and we had just finished off like our entrees, but we planned this. We went to Narcoossee's when we did because we got to go out on the balcony of the restaurant, which is right there on the lagoon.
Yep.
And we got to watch Happily Ever After from Narcoossee's.
Oh, I'm smiling so big. Like, oh, it was probably one of my favorite, if not my top favorite moment of
the whole trip.
The trip, because I remember when we stayed at the Grand Floridian, we watched it. Yeah, we watched it out from the boat dock. And I remember turning around and I was like, one day we'll go to Narcoossee's and we'll watch it on the balcony. And who would have thought just a couple
like
months
6 months later, 5 months later.
Yeah, we're doing it. So, yeah, it was really cool. We got to take our drinks out on the patio.
Yeah, which was awesome. And everybody was invited out that's dining in there. So a lot of people, but they turn the lights off. They have the music playing right there on the balcony for you.
Yep. Yeah, they pipe in the music. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, as cool as it was to watch from the boat dock, this was better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it was just really, really magical and super cool. So,
yeah.
And on top of that, we did get to finish out. We didn't have dessert because, again, like, we were dying. But we also were planning on going to Magic Kingdom after because since we had stayed at Old Key West, we got extended evening hours.
Yep, we did.
Like,
and that was
proud of us, people. Like, yeah. We planned this out. Like, we were dialed in.
And that was one of the selling points of staying at Old Key West was when we looked at the calendar ahead of time, which again was only 2 weeks, we were like, oh, there's extended evening hours. Mm-hmm. So yeah, absolutely. We didn't end up getting to Magic Kingdom until about 10:20 because we didn't want to go in our nice clothes. So we ended up changing.
In the bathroom of the Grand Floridian.
We did.
We like walk in and we almost look like we belonged there. Like we were looking good. You looked great. But then we go into the bathroom and we come out in like our shorts and tank top.
With my Mickey ears and I'm like, yeah, I totally belong here.
It was amazing. And then we just hopped on the monorail and we're right there. It was great.
Yeah, so for only being in there for about an hour and a half, we did probably the 4 biggest rides. We did Buzz Lightyear, Haunted Mansion, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and Tron.
Yeah.
So for an hour and a half, knocking out those 4 big rides was awesome.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. And just for everybody's information, the way that they monitor and check when you have those extended hours, because the park closes for all of the regular guests, they'll just scan your magic band at the entrance of each of those rides that are still open.
Yep.
So we were able to do that, though. It was a lot of fun. Again, I think we, all things considered, had a pretty solid time. It was great.
Yeah, it was good.
So now that it's midnight, we get on a bus and go back to our resort, only to wake up early for Animal Kingdom.
6 hours later.
Right? So we did do Animal Kingdom, and that was super cool. We decided not to rope drop just because we were out so late the night before.
Yeah, we got there by the time the park opened, but we didn't end up rope dropping because I was like, that extra 45 minutes, we need that. Yeah.
Worth it for sure.
Yeah.
And while we're there, it just starts raining. Like, raining hardcore.
It was, at one point it was really downpouring, but thankfully when it really was downpouring, we had already gotten on the safari.
Yeah, which I don't know that this was really on our list, but to do the safari in the rain was so cool.
It was really cool.
It was awesome. And the animals were still out, but a lot of them were kind of hiding more in the trees, which sounds like a bummer. But, like, they're active in the trees.
Exactly. Yep.
So you still got to see them. And then all of the giraffes were gathered in the palms.
Yep.
And it was so cool.
It really
was. All 6 or 8 of them were right there together.
Yeah.
It was really, really, really neat.
Yeah, the rhino was rolling in the mud. Yeah, it was really cool. It
was great. The cheetahs were out.
And like all the cheetahs. I didn't know that they had multiple because if you see the cheetah, I only ever see one. But there were at least
3 or 4.
I was going to say there was at least 3 of them in there.
Yeah, and even the male lion was awake and he was like perched up on the very, very top of the rocks. So
yeah, it was cool.
That was really, really cool. And then after we get off, we promised, we posted it on Patreon, we posted it on Instagram, but we promised you guys in previous episodes that we would go back and figure out, can you still get the Simba Sunset? As a reminder, when we're there in January, we happened to talk to one of the guest service cast members, and it kind of felt like they pulled some strings because this grown man is about to cry.
Because he can't get his
Simba Sunset. It's not on the menu anymore, and they made it special for me, and I felt special. But this time, we went over, and I just marched myself up to the window, and I was like, listen, I know that you can do this. I know it's not on the menu, but this is what I want.
Yeah.
And they did, and you can totally still order it. So it's not the new concoction that they have on the menu, which is like an orange Fanta float.
Yep, yeah.
But they can absolutely make you a Simba Sunset. So, Tamu, shout out to you for still having this, and you guys, it is that good. Like, it's that good. So, need to do it. Head over to our Patreon. We explained all of how you can order it.
Yeah.
It's right there ready for you. So, trust us.
Yeah.
It's that good. And it's still there.
It is, yeah. So we went from your snack to my snack. So because we were short on time, we knew we wanted to head over to Hollywood Studios and head back to the resort for a little bit. I was like, I cannot go to Animal Kingdom without getting the gluten-free churros.
I know, because there's been a couple times that we were going to do it, and then we just didn't. We were just busy, or we were running around doing other stuff. No, this time we're like, nope, we're doing it.
Yeah, so I was able to order the gluten-free churros to go, which was awesome. I was able to walk in. I just walked up to the bar, ordered it. They said it'll be about 5 minutes, and it was about 5 minutes later.
Honestly, ordering them to go, I think, was the way to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, there may be times that you can actually sit down and stuff, but they just put it in a box there for you, and it was, like, not a big thing. Like, I think most people order them to go. And then what did we do? Like any proper Disney adult, is we found ourselves a trash can.
Yep.
And just perched down right on top of it. and indulged ourselves in gluten-free goodness.
Yeah, it was great.
They were delicious.
Yeah, it came with chocolate and vanilla dipping sauce, and I think the sauces can vary over like the season, but we had chocolate and vanilla. And
the vanilla is exquisite. I loved it.
I know. Yeah, I think I like the chocolate just a little bit more, but yeah, it was great.
It was so good.
It was so great.
So yeah, we did that, and then we just tried to knock out some of the main rides. So like we said, we did the safari, we did Cali River Rapids, which was fun, and also I learned something because as we've talked in the past, Grizzly River Run is far superior.
Yes. Yeah.
And it still is, but what was my big beef for Cali River Rapids?
I know where you're going with this. Yeah.
You don't get that wet.
Yeah.
You don't get that wet.
Yeah.
Well, you get off the ride and you have to cross a bridge.
You do, yeah.
Where the boats and rafts like come underneath right before the end where you disembark.
Yep.
And then on the railing of the bridge, I see a little red button. And what do I do whenever I see a little red button?
You push it.
Of course I did. And that's when I realized that controls a water cannon, like sprayer.
And you soaked this family. They were so mad at you.
I don't think they were mad. I think they were having a wonderful time.
No, that mom was mad. The kid was happy. The mom was getting really mad.
Maybe they were mad at the situation, but they weren't mad at me because they didn't know where it was coming from.
Yeah, okay, I would agree with that. Regardless, the mom was still really mad.
No, I just sat there and just leaned on that button and just let the water flow. And it felt really satisfying for me.
I was going to say, yeah, for you.
It was great. So I learned something new, is that's how you can control the sprayers on Cali River Rapids.
Yeah, which still doesn't make up for the fact that the rest of the ride you really don't get that wet.
But those people were soaked.
All because of you.
I know.
You did it, babe.
Well, and I did it for the listeners too, for the Dingle Hoppers.
We're not calling them the Dingle Hoppers.
We also rode Everest, and we also rode Flight of Passage.
We did.
Which was great. And then by about that time, we're like, okay, well, is there anything else we really want to do? But then we were hungry. And where do we go when we're hungry in Animal Kingdom?
Flame Tree Barbecue.
We did go to Flame Tree Barbecue, and it was delicious.
So good. Yeah, it's a staple when we go there.
And at this point in the day, Florida decided to rear its ugly head because it had been raining most of the morning. The sun finally came out, which is beautiful, but what does the sun bring on a rainy day? Just choking humidity.
Yeah, the humidity was really bad.
It was so bad. And because we knew we only had half a day, we decided we were going to skip the Navi River journey and Festival of the Lion King anyway. But y'all, it was just sweltering.
Yeah.
And we made a business decision.
A business decision, yeah.
Because we knew we still needed to get to Hollywood Studios that night.
Yep.
So we went back to the resort.
We did. But honestly, I love that we did because
I do too.
Old Key West is one that I was like, I don't know that I would go back. Like if I had the opportunity, would I stay there again? Mm-hmm. But because we went back for this and we really enjoyed ourselves, I would go back. I would stay there.
Yeah, because we got to go to the pool and it was awesome. We had a great time swimming around and the pool felt great.
It did.
For today.
Yep.
And that was really fun. And then we also, while we were kind of poking around, we saw in the clubhouse, they have an orange bird scavenger hunt. So they hide the orange bird somewhere around the clubhouse location, around the pool. And if you find the orange bird and take a picture, then you go up to the cast members and they give you a special button.
Yep.
And the orange bird moves every single day. So for 4 days in a row, if you get all 4 pictures with the orange bird, you get a picture with a cool frame.
Yeah.
Which is sweet to go with your button, and your button gets little stickers.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. It was just something little, but super cute.
It was super fun. So again, definitely the ride call. It was totally worth being able to spend that extra time, those few hours there at Old Key West. And I can see why people love to stay there.
Yeah.
I don't know. DVC Club peeps. You're awesome. I get it now.
Yeah, exactly.
I've tasted of the fruit. I love it.
Yeah. So after the resort, we didn't really talk about Genie Plus and Animal Kingdom, but that's because the afternoon at Hollywood Studios, we had our lightning lanes stacked.
Stacks on stacks on stacks.
And this was something that we've never done before. And now you have a new system, a new lightning lane. So we'll have to see whether you can actually stack them like we did. But we had Tower of Terror, Runaway Railway, Slinky Dog Dash, Alien Swirling Saucers, and Rise of the Resistance all within like a 2-hour time frame.
It was a grind.
It was a lot.
It was a lot.
It was fun.
Thankfully, Rise broke down for a minute so that we could get a breather and get some food.
Correct. Yep. Yeah, we absolutely did. But the one thing that I did that I'm very, very proud of myself, I finally did it, guys. I did Tower of Terror.
She did.
I did.
She was so brave. It was
so
awesome.
But more importantly than that, we've talked about this on a previous episode. We did confirm the Tower of Terror little marquee where it says take the stairs at the bottom.
That was stupid cool. And honestly, we're going to make a t-shirt of this because it was it was awesome. But no, I was flabbergasted when you told me, and even seeing it in person, the cast members all right, guys, move forward. I'm like, no.
You're no.
I need to see this. And it was so cool. It's, of course, Imagineers, chef's kiss, hats off to you. Again, that was amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, that kind of wrapped up part 1 of our trip. So we did that. We went and visited my family. And then our flight was out of Orlando. Mm-hmm. And we originally were going to drive up that morning for our flight. And the night before, we decided that was a really bad idea.
Yeah, because there's 3 main highways that get to Orlando. Guess where all 3 of those highways converge, Ashley?
In Disney World.
Of course, they planned it. So, again, because we're responsible adults, wink, wink, we thought, what if we just drive up tonight and then we can avoid morning traffic and we can stay at Disney World again?
And that's what we did. So we booked a very, very, very last minute room at All-Star Sports.
All-Star Sports.
All-Star Sports. So we'll quickly go through and review that because this was a new resort that we stayed at. So Disney says that this resort will get in the game at this resort hotel that salutes the world of competitive sports, including baseball, basketball, surfing, and tennis.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have those 4 main areas. It's kind of located at the very south end of the whole resort between Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. Mm-hmm. This is a value resort, and I don't mean to be bougie, but I think this is our first value resort that we stayed at.
Yeah, just by sheer circumstances, we just kept finding really good deals that were oh yeah, we should totally pay a little more, or sometimes even cheaper to stay where we had been staying at some of those middle tier places. So yeah, here we are at the Value Resort. Let's start out with the great compliments because the theming was super cute and fun. I mean, it was really convenient, easy to get to, right next to the parking lot. I mean, there was a lot of convenience about it. There really was. And that resort was not so big that you couldn't just walk yourself up to the front and get on the bus there, because I'm pretty sure that's the only place the bus stops.
There is only one bus stop, yes. Yep, there is only one bus stop. The room was pretty basic, pretty standard. There's 1 queen bed and then 1 queen table bed, so you can pull it. What's that face for?
It was really great. I would just not recommend staying at the Grand Floridian or a DVC villa and then going to All-Star Sports, because you're going to be oh.
I know. But again, for the listeners, we got to go through everything.
It was really nice, you guys. It was great for what we needed it to be.
Exactly.
The rooms were good. They're just standard basic rooms. We had a queen bed and then a Queen Murphy bed that folded down, I think. And yeah, it was kind of a tight area, but it worked for one night. It was great. Probably, if you're taking kids with you, it's going to get a little tight quarters.
It's going to get really tight, yeah.
So it was great. There were just 2 of us in the room.
Yes.
That worked out really well. And then the pools, there's 2 main pools. There was the surfboard pool and the Grand Slam pool. Again, theming was super cute. It was really fun.
Now, theming, because it's all-star sports, so it was sports theming, was on point. Was there Disney theming to it? Not.
Yeah, there was Goofy was on the pitcher's mound, right?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And there was the Mickey statue.
Okay, don't listen.
And then you had Huey, Dewey, and Louie out on the tennis courts with Donald.
That's right.
There were the character statues.
Yeah, ignore me. Don't listen to me.
Yeah. So, like, it's there.
Yeah, no, it is. Dining, you have one food court, and then you can mobile order for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Again, your typical theme park. Your chicken nuggets, your burgers. We didn't eat anything there because we just didn't have time. But they did have Disney theming in there. They had, like, different sports posters and stuff.
Right. And they had the arcade, too, which is pretty standard at most of the resort hotels. And for shopping, there was Sport Goofy. And, again, nothing that really jumped out at us as, like, over-the-top special. But it's just great Disney merch. Anything you need for your resort stay, they had it all. Yeah. They just have one pin for all 3 all-star resorts and stuff, which is okay. Yeah, but like it was good. Like I just think if you're going and you're on a budget or just need something quick and easy like we did, it was great.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah. So there you go. Why stay at one Disney resort hotel when you could stay at 2 in one trip? Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, that pretty much wrapped up our trip. It was really short, but we had a lot of fun. We crammed a lot of stuff into it, but
yeah. So good. Now we've done all 4 parks in 2 days. Yeah. As well as all 4 in 1 day.
Correct. Yeah. We'll have to do an episode soon about the 4 parks in 1 day.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
But we thought it would also be fun to do an after hours episode as well this week. So if you jump over to our Patreon, we do have an after hours episode ready for you. Very quickly, we'll talk about Old Key West and All-Star Sports, but we have gone to the lab. We have built a spreadsheet, a rating system where we're going to track our stays at each and every resort. Like we told you up front, we have accepted this as our mission in life now to stay at every Disney park hotel in Disney World and Disneyland. And we've come up with a specific rating system so that we could give out of 5 stars for various different categories. Yeah. And we're going to break that down in our after hours event, and we'll talk about the 6 resorts that we've stayed at up until this point, and then kind of give you an idea of where they stack up against each other. Yeah. Yeah. And every time we stay at a new resort, we will update the spreadsheet. And who knew that we would be doing spreadsheets on our podcast? But here we are. You never know. Never know. So check out that after hours episode on our Patreon.
Yeah. So that's it for this week's episode. On top of Patreon, don't forget to rate our show on Apple and Spotify or wherever you listen to our podcast. Check out our t-shirt shop Threads of Imagination. And until next wonderful Wednesday, TTFN.